What about your body is flawed? I have a 15-pound horse cock. It's not attached to me, but I have one. Squints thinking I read that wrong. Lamau, that's great. At least you have one. Mine is barely visible under the massive nothingness in my pants. Have you ever seen a button on a fur coat? Flat ass and not the best skin. Frown. But my boyfriend still likes my ass and doesn't mind my weird skin, and he likes my weird boobs XD. Well, that's the important thing. Not to be the cutest in the world, just be the cutest in the world for him. Are we talking flaws that have been there since birth, or flaws we gave our body along the way? Either one works. The left and right sides of my body don't communicate as efficiently as most people's do. So a lot of actions which require separate or staggered left-right motions are challenging. It took me years of physical therapy to learn how to properly climb stairs, because my brain would want me to put each foot on an individual stair before going up to the next one, rather than going 1 foot per stair. I still climb stairs that way when I'm tired. Running is super mentally tiring, since I have to think about moving each side of my body or else I trip, which is both inefficient and results in lousy form. The things that are the hardest are crossover movements, though. Things like bicycle crunches short-circuit my brain. Try playing the drums. I have, both on a kit and in percussion ensembles. I can usually work from muscle memory after a bit of practice. Arm motions aren't as challenging as full body, really. It's age. I work out regularly, at least pre-quarantine, and do my best to stay in shape, perhaps somewhat NSFW. But at 44 years old I have to accept that I'm going to be off the menu for a lot of women no matter what I look like. M42 here was recently surprised to find out how on menu I was when I found a new barber and changed how I dressed a bit. Good luck out there. I have an underbite and a big gap between my upper and lower teeth because I sucked my thumb as a child. Only my rear 4 teeth on either side actually touch. Oh damn, I have the same thing. It can be a bugger sometimes. Doesn't help if you have extra teeth behind your original teeth. Me too. How the hell do you suck your tongue? Do you need an underbite? I'm way too skinny. Again, sounds like a blessing, but I can't wear basic t-shirts without hating how you can feel the bone in my arms. Same with just the teasing, can't go a week without someone telling me I have no thighs or calling me a twig. It's something I'm working through though, but it's just hard not being able to have normal-sized arms or listen to any rapper and feeling like I'm not attractive because I'm not thick. Thanks a lot, Anaconda by Nicki Manji. Also, cosplay is something I've wanted to do for a while, but I don't have the arms or legs to cosplay some of the characters I'd want to. My body came installed with the wrong hormones, and apparently I'm out of warranty. So now I get to inject estrogen every now and then. At least I got my license changed. I'm 5'8". My entire extended family, girls included, are 5 feet 9 inches plus, and I stopped growing at 5'8". Not an actual flaw. It's average height most places. The only people vocal about needing a tall man are on dating sites for a reason. It kinda is a flaw. If I got a 19 on the act, I wouldn't say, well that's average somewhere. I'd say, this is a bad score. Average means it is an average, not a low score lol. But defeatism and underdog mentality are a flaw. It's really repulsive as a woman. I was telling my partner the other day, also 5 feet 8 inches, that I prefer our height dynamic. However, there was one time I was aware of his height in a negative light, a night out where he wouldn't stop pointing out his height in comparison to every man around him. It was repugnant and made me see him as small in the classically beta sense because he looked so insecure. What you're saying is you don't mind his height unless you're reminded of his height. No, what I said was I prefer his height, but I noticed his feelings of insecurity and feeling small and was put off by that. I'm 5 feet 6 inches. Everybody else in my family is 5 feet 10 inches or taller. Both my siblings are over 6 feet. I understand. I begged my parents for leg extension surgery but they refused. They told me to love myself. I've grown to deal with it. Yes, it's aggravating at times but there are some perks. Getting to climb on shelves is fun and finding pants is easier. That's retarded. If you wanted to be taller that bad you should have gotten on HGH when you were a teenager. I know. I was a dumb teenager back then. I now look back and think WTH was I thinking. It's all good now. I have a few large knots on my penis. Looks and feels like there are 3 marbles in there. Doc said it's just scar tissue, and removing it would be way more hassle than it's worth. They don't affect anything functionally, and the ladies seem to get a kick out of it. Asymmetrical chin. Scarring on my hands due to 5 surgeries on both of them, trigger thumb release and fixing a torn ligament dislocation plus skin graft, and I can't read out of my left eye. Pretty much any autoimmune disease. The body can literally kill itself trying to protect itself. I have an extra bone floating around in my ankle. A good backup in case I ever need it, I guess. My eyelid has 2 small bumps on it. As a child, my aunt said I would have to get it removed with surgery. Never have. They aren't painful at all and don't even bother me. Just looks kinda weird. My rib cage. I have a rib that pokes out a little bit. I used to feel incredibly insecure about it. Now I don't give a f. Also uneven-sized boobs. My BF worships the smaller one and has forever confused my impression that men prefer big boobs. That everything wrong with me is invisible to every other human. And there's a lot. I look perfectly fine, and so when I say I can't do certain things because of this or that, people tend to not believe me or think I'm exaggerating. But you look fine. You're too young to have those kind of problems, blah blah blah. Yes, I'm having these problems already in a young age. Can't wait to get old. I'm like a nice-looking Ferrari on the outside, but on the inside I'm a butchered lawnmower. I'm a young woman but I look like a teenage boy. It's bad enough that plastic surgery would have to be an option in order for me to even remotely look feminine.